Oh, baby, listen. I got my wine. I have my feet up. Let me tell you what happened to me today. I had a whole conversation with this female. And you know what she told me, guys? She said, Kanisha, I hope you fail. What? What's up, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in with Flourishing You, and thank you for rocking with your girl. Listen, did you guys hear what I said earlier? The young lady told me, Kanisha, I hope you fail. Y'all, I was so confused. At first, I was like, listen, do I need to put out my nook if you buck? Like, what you mean you want me to fail? But it's not even like that. When she broke it down to me and explained it to me, I was like, I have to go back and share this with my Flourish in You crew because it blessed me. Okay, so it's not what you think. So I was having a conversation with this young girl because, you know, your girl trying to get into some baking. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get some cakes. I'm trying to get weddings and, you know, class reunions. Your girl trying to do some things, right? So I had a friend to recommend this young lady to me. She like, listen, you want to learn how to do this? You need to link up with this girl. I was like, bet. Perfect. But before I do anything, let me pray about it first. Let me make sure this is the route that I need to go, right? I prayed about it and I was just like, man, okay, I'm going to sit on this for a few days and then I contact her. She was so sweet, right? So we set a date for June the 11th. We're going to get together. She's going to show your girl how to do some things and I'm so excited. I'm so excited, right? So we started talking, hit it off. Everything was perfect. So I had a situation come up today because I have someone that want to hire me to do a job. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute. This is the biggest job I ever had. I'm kind of nervous, you know, so I contact her for some, you know, some tips. And so we started talking. And when I say she big in the game, guys, her work is amazing, right? So we're talking and she said, you know, what is your end goal? And I was like, I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? I want to be the best. I want to make this much money. I want to bless people here. You know what I'm saying? I want to do this. I want to do that. And she said, that's fine. And you know what? That's when she said it. She said, Kanisha, that's all good, but I hope you fail. Babe, my whole spirit went from 100 to 0 real quick. And I was like, wait a minute. What do you mean you want me to fail? She said, listen. She said, failing is a part of success, right? She said, you see me on Instagram, you see me on TikTok, you see me on Facebook, you see I have all these followers, you see my work out there. She said, but there was a point in my life where I didn't have this, right? She said, I've started this business 2 times, not one, but 2 times. And she said, I failed. She said, but it wasn't the kind of fail you think. She said it was a fail that brought a smile to my face because I was able to learn from my mistakes, right? I was able to learn from my mistakes. And then once I learned it, when people coming behind me that want to learn this skill, they don't have to make the same mistakes that I made, right? And then she said something, guys, that really touched me. She said, you know what? She said, my failure kept me humble. Her failure has her humble in the position that she's in now. Did you hear me? Let me say it again. Her failure has her humbled in the position that she has now, right? She don't think you're going to come into this game and not make mistakes. And that's what happened with us in life, guys. We have these dreams and these goals that we want to meet. But we think that we're going to start off up there and making it and doing this and doing that. And as soon as it get hard or we fail, we just quit, right? But the key thing is, guys, we have to keep going. And when we fail, you have to smile in your failure and you have to smile in your success. Because your failure is what's going to mold you and give you that strength to get to where you need to be. And when she broke it down to me, I was like, man, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? It made me think about a lot. Like, we're not going to succeed in everything that we want to do the first go around, right? We hear this, we have heard this so many times. Think about Michael Jordan. If I'm not mistaken, and correct me, he didn't make his high school or his middle school, I think it was high school basketball team. What if he would have stopped? What if Walt Disney would have stopped, right? Like all of these people are, you have people in these churches, they say, I remember when I started my church, we started in my basement with 2 chairs. What would have happened if you would have stopped? You know what I mean? And I said, for you to be at the level of success that you're at, and to see how humble you are in your position, it's just such a blessing, right? And then she said, I went through failure. I smiled through my failure because it was a lesson. So when I became successful, I was humble because my failures mold me. And I was like, girl, let me put this down. And when she said that, I said, girl, go on with your bad self. When she broke that down to me, I was like, girl, she said, people see numbers, people see money, she sees blessings. And guys, let me tell you something. Drop the mic right here. Somebody just dropped the mic. This right here blew my mind. She went through failure. Through her failure, she learned success. But she stayed grounded. And I said this before, and when she said it, I was like, did you listen to my YouTube before you said this? She said, no. Babe, I had to introduce her to Flourishing You. She said her failure molded her and kept her humble in her success. But she had to stay connected to the one who called her. You hear me? She had to stay connected to the one that called her. And I was like, yo, I just said that the other day. You have a calling, but you have to stay connected to the one who called you, because that is where you get your instruction from. And I was like, oh my gosh. She said, let me tell you what makes her business different. And that's what she told me. This is what makes her business different from other businesses. She said, I never go look for customers. Customers come to me. She never had to look for customers. Customers come to her. She said, many people say, oh, it's just your product. You do this, you do that. She said, no, baby, it's the overflow. This is where God has me. This is the position that he put me at. So she said, even though this business is successful, she said, I do not want anyone to see me. I want them to see him. So she uses her platforms and she gives it all back to him, right? She said she was afraid that if she would have started her business and was successful at the beginning, that she would have got a big head. Oh, it was all me. I did this. Boom, boom, boom. She said, but because I had to go through a little shaking up, I had to go through the fire, because it was a little difficult, it humbled her. And she realized the only reason she's where she's at today is because he humbled her. And baby, and the crazy thing about it, guys, is when my friend told me about her business, I was like, okay, I'll check her out. But it didn't take long for me to say, oh yeah, this is where I need to be. And it was crazy because when I was looking at her work, I was like, baby, I can just tell that you put love into your work, right? You put love into your work, right? I've seen people charge a heck of a lot more. And it's like, what is this? But baby, she puts love into her work. And I said, you know what? I had to share that with you. Yes, you fail. Yes, it was at the beginning. No, it wasn't successful. But you know what? You smiled through that and realized, hey, I failed, but it's all good. I'm going to get back up. But you take a moment to say, okay, why did this not work? So I know not to make this mistake again. And that is what I'm doing. So I'm like, you know what? That's a lesson not only in business, but in life in general. You're not going to always get it right. You're going to fail. And that's why I say, you know what, baby? I hope you fail. Because when you fail, you learn, you grow, you succeed, period. And I was like, girl, listen, I was ready to take my earrings off. You know, do I need to put my hair up? You know what I'm saying? Like, you trying to bring me down? No, baby. The only thing she did was lift my spirit and keep it 100 with me. Right? She kept it 100 with me. So listen, this is a video that you share with anybody who's like, you know what? I'm just going to give up, period. Right? And listen, you can think that it's failure, not just in business. It can be failure in let's talk about your marriage. Let's put it in different examples. Let's say you say, my marriage, we fail. Okay, but guess what? It's not over. What did we do in this marriage where it didn't work out? What mistakes we made and what did we learn from it? Now, what can we do to grow together? Period. Marriage, friendships, family ships, it don't matter. Your job, relationship with your kids, it don't matter. This is a principle that you can share with everybody. This is a principle that you can put in every area in your life. So yes, I do hope you fail. I hope you fail so you know where your strength comes from, first of all. Okay, you know your strength comes from God, that you stay connected with him, right? Because it's not you doing it. You ain't doing nothing. He called you to that purpose. So stay connected to the one that called you, right? So like, for example, when I'm looking at my YouTube, I'm like, man, I want my YouTube to blow up. You know what I'm saying? I want people to be like, oh, flourishing you. But it's like, no, that's not what I want. That is not what he wants. What he wants is he wants one or two people to be blessed with the messages that he is giving me to give to you. Right? I started Flourishing You. I was going to start Flourishing You a while back, and it was a failure. You know why? Because I was trying to do everything on my own. And I was all like, oh, I got this. I don't need no help. Bye. And it's like, wait a minute, girl. Let's become humble, because you need help. You need to learn. You need to grow, and you need to fail. So listen, guys, I hope this blessed you as much as it blessed me, because baby, your girl is blessed. All right. And I want you to stay humble. I want you to prepare, because you will succeed. But baby, it's okay to fail. I'm going to talk to you guys later. Peace.